Harrison and Jason coming at you. This is one dirty bad boy over here, and we feel it is necessary to power wash it down. I'm going to check the front end. We noticed that when we turn the steering wheel, the whole entire subframe moves. I said, Harrison, what's that clunking going on? And if you can look at it, just go straight on. The whole subframe is moving. So that's not conducive to good racing. We did notice that somebody put a body bushing in here. Nice job. The plate is all rotted out, so we'll have to fix that. That has to have to be some of the culprit as to why everything was moving around. I believe there to be 4 body bushings that locate the subchassis to the body. So we're going to make sure that that is all good. We noticed a few other things that we're going to address, but one thing at a time. We also noticed some rot holes and trunk. You know, this cars need some work. You know, the rear filler panel is rotted out. The quarter panels where the window is rotted out. But right now we're more concerned with getting this car race ready, and we can run it with a couple of rot holes in it. That's not really going to concern us. So we're going to get ready to power wash this. Probably going to power wash it in and out. Harrison vacuumed it all out. He's doing the videoing. And see what we can do to get this car in some kind of race condition. We'll check back in with you. Well, we didn't take everything apart. You know, normally we would like to take everything apart. Just trying to get a coat of paint on here. And then we're gonna inspect all these front end inner workings later. Just trying to get it protected, at least for the moment. We got all that seam sealer nonsense out of there, and we're gonna power wash it again and start taking some of these wires out of here. And I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill here. This is not a restoration. This is just something that we want to clean up and get a motor in and get it running. stuff is considered to be roll bar and chassis black. It dries very hard and it has a semi-gloss finish to it. Nothing fancy, just a couple frame rails just cleaning it up. But it looks a lot better already. I like it. We're having a little problem with engine mounts, and this is the mount that for a later model, and that goes on, it bolts to the block, but as you can see, that really wasn't going to work for us. I went downstairs and poked around in my my bin of junk, and I found these solid mounts. The only problem with that is they were too tight and they didn't fit over. So what I did was I took a little stone grinder and I just cleaned up the edges, just kind of like that, on both sides. We went on this side and that side. Then we put this in the vise, and we spread this open just a little bit. And now they fit like a glove, both of them. So if you can't make it fit, well, if it don't fit, make it fit. You know, within reason, you can do things like that. And these bolt to our engine. Engine's going to sit right here. We do have a problem with our headers. Our headers are hitting the idler arm and the pitman arm. So we might either alter our headers, we might move the engine back. We haven't really decided yet how we're going to address that issue. I know that we don't need all of that steering. We're going straight. That's our grand purpose here. So we're not going into Manhattan and parallel parking this car. So we might not need all of that steering. So we'll have to figure out what it is that we want to do and how to do it. If we move the engine back, that's going to shorten the drive shaft. So we'll have to deal with that issue. Plus, we have an HEI distributor, which is a big fat distributor. It might hit the firewall. So we can make some room over here, push the firewall back. There's many different ways that you can attack this problem. Ideally, the further back the engine is, the better the car will hook when you launch it, because the weight is further back over the rear tires. It's not over the rear tires, but you get better weight transfer when you step on the gas. So we're going to clean these up. We're going to bolt them to our engine, and at some point we might have to drop our engine in just to see how it fits. It might have to come back out and make some adjustments. We don't really know, but we know that we have to make sure that everything clears and everything fits, and you know, the headers aren't hitting anywhere, because that'll drive you nuts with all that rattling. And we're going to bolt our intake manifold on soon. We got our gaskets and our gasket sealer, and we're going to bolt these onto the engine, and we're going to get this area all painted up, at least to the visual eye. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like we said, this is more of a race car than a show car. Well, I think that looks a whole lot better. We'll walk around a little. So it's getting a little dark out. We're going to call it quits for the night. It is a little bit cold, but that paint dries pretty quick. Harrison did a really good job, even in the cold, not to run it. And so it's just what we're looking for something like this. You know, we'll neaten up all this wiring, and we're gonna put the fenders back on without the wheel wells, and we're gonna run everything nice and neat, and paint our radiator support, and at least under the hood will look good. But it took about 3 cans of chassis black, and you know, we weren't going for anything too crazy, just something to clean it up, and it's gonna look real nice. We got our engine mounts all ready to go. Everything fits, and we'll really know if it fits when we put that motor in and then all the bolts go through, and everything is all nice and happy.